to Leah, the mom in boots. So this morning I decided to change it up. I decided to go outside, get some vitamin D in before mama hit the gym, right? So today I'm gonna be talking about what my basic military training was like compared to what my JDF recruiting training was like. It's gonna be so interesting, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, so Air Force basic military training, JDF recruiting training. So I joined the JDF at age 19, fresh out of pre-university. So I'm at my peak, in my opinion. I was very unfit because I never did any form of sports going through school, so everything for me was very new, right? JDF recruitment. Is it recruitment or JDF recruiting? JDF recruiting training lasted for 6 months. Yeah, I trained for 6 months in Jamaica. Compared to Air Force basic military training, I trained for 7.5 weeks. Big difference, like big difference. I think the JDF recruiting training has changed, however, but back when I was doing it in 2014, yeah, all that way back. Now some of you guys are probably still in high school or probably just started high school. But I started that training in 2014, September 7, 2014 to be exact. We boarded the bus and went to Newcastle. Now Newcastle is a hilly area in St. Andrew. That's very cool. It's like on the peak of a hill, right? Like that area was literally designed to make us miserable, like literally miserable. I'll do JDF first and then I'll jump back to Air Force, right? So after my first week being there, we got our kits, we went to the various areas that we need to get to. It was like an orientation week, to be exact. No, I remember the first Monday, I thought, well, in my mind I was like, okay, this ain't too bad, until the freaking until the first Monday I heard like loud explosions, bombings, persons kicking off the doors. It was so freaking scary. Like, I was like, what's going on? They were like, get out! Get out! I can laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing back then. I can tell you that for sure. That was like our first initiation morning. Like, the training just got kicked off. Like, we were about to see what was coming. We thought it was like going to be an easy sail, but no, darling, it wasn't going to be no easy sailing, right? And that first day, oh my God, that first day I literally was gonna leave. Like, guys, so after that initiation morning, I was this close of saying, hey, just call the bus for me so I can go back home. But I don't know, I think a sense of pride and the fact that you're trying to make your parent so proud. For me, it was a parent because it was just my mom. And I don't know, I could not live with myself to know that I had an opportunity to be better for my family, and I quit. So them say quitting that in our DNA, quitting that in our blood. So I pushed through. But I'm telling you, like, we did PT like 3 times a day. Mornings at 04, afternoons before lunch, and in the evenings after classes, etc. And I'm telling you, over those past couple of weeks, I gotten so fit. Like, I didn't know it was possible to get this fit. I was like running with the boys. I was out with the big boys. Like, I was so proud of myself, right? I didn't know to swim. JDF taught me to swim. They're first time firing weapons. They're the one who taught me everything, how to disassemble a weapon, how to name parts of a weapon, characteristics of a weapon, everything relating a weapon, right? And not only that, they taught you discipline, right? Drilling was one of the main things for them because, oh my God, I feel so bad. The aim of drill is to produce a soldier who is I'm gonna embarrass myself. Let me not try to. But for them, drilling was a way of showing discipline. Standing in the sun still, a mosquito biting you, fly pitching on your eyes, and you cannot move, right? So JDF, for me, recruiting training was very difficult. It challenged you a lot mentally. Mentally was more for me 90% and 10% physically, because the moment you start telling yourself that, hey, you gotta do it, you gotta push through it, that was how you end up, doing it. And I did that for 6 months. When my family saw me, they were like, I was like a little black stick. I was just extra black, extra skinny, but the muscles were there, and they were like, oh my God, Ophelia. Well, yeah, I was a proud private that day when I graduated from Monique training camp in Saint Anne. Like, it was one of the proudest moments in my life, just seeing my family in the crowd and how elated it made me feel, So, yeah. Now, I could jump over back now to Air Force basic military training. Now, after going through JDF recruiting training, some parts that still have you traumatized. The day when I left for basic military training in the Air Force, I hear that they say Air Force, it's Air Force. I don't care what they want to say. I came for the easy life. I came for the not so vigorous things. If I wanted the vigorous things, I would have went to Marine or the Army. Anyways, got off the bus there, they were shouting and stuff, but compared to the shouting that I'm used to in Jamaica, I'm telling you, like, yeah, it was different. It wasn't like a and plus, bear in mind, I was like 30. I leave it there. Right? And I went there, and we did PT like one time for maybe it's changed now, but when I was doing it, we only did PTs in the mornings. We had a lot of classes. We did drill as well. They introduced weapon to you, but remember, I'm already familiar with weapons, so to me these were like just familiarization training or refreshers for me, to be honest, right? And I remember when they said we're going to be getting gas. In Jamaica we call it gas, but here that thing they said sea burn, right? They got the suit. Bear in mind, when I was doing it in Jamaica, the only thing they gave us was a gas mask. Here, I was doing it in the Air Force basic military training, we had an entire suit, right? Suit, gas mask, everything. I was like, oh, that's different. I was still traumatized from JDF gas, so I was like so worried when I heard gas. But then the experience was not as awful compared to JDF. Like, JDF, when they burst that gas pan in the room and the entire place just so foggy, you can't even see the next person beside you, and they're like, oh, remove your mask and shout you. Like, I was so traumatized. But compared to this one, it wasn't you could see the persons around you. Everyone removed their mask at the same time, compared to JDF when it was just one person removing it and saying what you need to say and then get out. So it was a lot more to me easier. So I'm not gonna say basic Air Force basic military training was a walk in the park for me, but it was a walk in the park compared to JDF, right? So I don't know, JDF train as if they're going to some I don't know, we're going to some big special war or some big combat. I don't know, but trust me, when they say they get you there, they get you there. With the Air Force, it's good to come to training already at a level of fitness, because you don't do that much physical activity to get you there. So for me, it was easier for me compared to the other females who had to be really putting in a lot more work to get that level of fitness up, Yeah, so for me, JDF really took the cake. Like, I will never forget JDF recruiting training. Like, I never forget it. I cannot ever forget it. Right? While Air Force basic military training, they gave me a different perspective of training doesn't really have to be all that, and they still achieve their outcome, right? Food wise, oh my God, I'm not even gonna talk about food wise. Like, JDF was giving me one scoop of rice, a scoop of meat, and a little drink, and some little juice in a cup. Where unlike the Air Force, it was like you walk around and you were able to you were able to have a balanced meal. You could have taken vegetable, fruits, etc. I get what I'm saying. So eating wise was very different compared to the meals that were served were very different, right? JDF, you better survive on what we give you. Air Force, I was able to have a decent meal. Like 15 minutes to eat and get out, but you know. Yeah. But yeah, oh god, I'm trying. There's so much thing to talk about, but this video is gonna be too long, like very, very, very too long. So I'm gonna just cut it here. But that's my experience with JDF basic recruitment training when nearly killed me off compared to Air Force basic military training, which for me was, and I don't know, I think anyone could have made it through as long as you had the mindset to not give up. JDF on the other hand would have had you be considering your life choices. But yeah guys, that concludes what I have to say with my comparison. So stay tuned to my next video. I'll talk about how I purchased my first home in the United States, right? In whilst I was in tech school. That one is going to be an interesting one, but you can see that everything that you need is at your fingertip. But not like, oh my god, sitting in the sun, I don't do that thing. I get vitamin D, but no, and I gotta save this melanin. I don't want it to be burnt out. But yes guys, remember to like, comment, share, all of the good things there. Stay tuned to Leah, Mom in Boots.